player in their last game, the game they lost. And also in the game that they played against Marseille, Unai Emery was red carded in that match and ended up having an altercation which was not a million miles away from a fight with a Marseille coach on the touchline. So they also had Freud sent off in that game as well. So they've had a fairly troublesome build-up to a new season themselves. And of course they have the Super Cup game against Chelsea coming in Belfast in a few days' time. And this is their final warm-up for that fixture. Oh, could have let that one go. Cooper does the job instead in getting the ball into the hands of Meslier.
Because Villarreal have got those two centre forwards, it is important that one of the certainly defensive three really gets beyond them and gets things moving. That means Ayling, of course, and Dallas need to play a lot more midfield and offer support when they can.
Rafinha to Bamford. Ball doesn't quite spin back into the path of Patrick Bamford there. Coinco was in the way. Now the counter-attack is potentially on. Leeds are well staffed at the back and Cooper steps in strongly. Rafinha can't make the intervention. Cooper again blocks. Rafinha just slows things down. Down the channel for Patrick Bamford to lay off nicely for Rafinha, who just puts it back in the path of Bamford. Leeds playing in triangle just in from the touchline, but the ball spins back into the path of Moreno.
Excellent play, good feet, wasn't it, from Moreno? We were all over him, but still managed to wriggle away from a couple of players.
Two Morenos in the Villarreal lineup today. One of them is the former Liverpool man, playing at the back for them. And the other is one of Spain's top strikers. Push for Leeds United with a chance to cross. It's the first man.
Well, we're certainly trying to get down the channels, aren't we? Either side, either flank, but at the moment in that central area, that's where I think I've got a little bit of a concern. Certainly Rodrigo hasn't even got on the ball as yet. There's plenty of movement.
Rafinha, better ball in, and the defender Cuenca had to get his head in the way of that one, and it goes behind for Leeds United's first corner kick.
Certainly was a good whipped in cross. Always difficult for defenders going back towards their own goal. Got to get something on it, can't leave it. Defended okay in the end.
Rafinha goes to spot it up. Rips it in towards that near post from where it's cleared by Trigueros, the captain. The theme throughout pre-season, goals galore in the games involving Leeds United.
Do you remember towards the end of last season we were really tight at the back and we didn't concede? All of a sudden that's slightly different, but okay, we haven't started the real business end of the season, have we? Haven't even started yet, so let's hope we continue scoring but tighten up at the back.
2-3 the scoreline in the last game against La Liga opposition a week ago at Loughborough University, and then the heavy defeat at the hands of Ajax in between. Stuart Dallas says Leeds show promising signs in these opening stages, having got over the shock of conceding within 30 seconds. Stroud well forward. In fact, all the Leeds players are in that Villarreal half, bar Meslier. Villarreal yet to win a pre-season game. Bamford, well, has been unlucky there to get called for a foul, and I think his reaction shows he's maybe a little puzzled by that one.
Very fortunate, Trigueros just too long on the ball. He dallied, and of course Bamford straight in there, did well.
Manchester United were involved in a warm-up game themselves today, beat Everton by 4-0, with a couple of their star signings missing. Rafinha with a foul. Belated response from the recipient of the challenge. But free kick awarded nevertheless.
Well, Rafinha got to make sure that Alberto Moreno doesn't just tear forward like he did for the goal there, makes the challenge, just genuinely going for the ball, but catches the man.
So Villarreal into the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Ball loops up in the air. Dallas underneath it. It's a tricky one. It spins away from him, and Meslier has to produce a fingertip save. And the ball is still there for Villarreal to have an attempt on goal. Meslier again down to make the block. And Meslier can be pleased with his contribution there from that shot from Pino, which he kept out at full stretch. So Villarreal create chances, and this game is moving swiftly from one penalty area to the other in its opening stages. Back to the goalkeeper. From the back. Pedraza. Just read that one well. Game is, it's being played at frantic pace.
It's too open, isn't it? We're not used to this, and that's that midfield area. Just got to try and get a grip of the game a little bit more, and when we do get it, not give it away. But the spaces are out there. Both teams are flying forward at every opportunity.
Villarreal finished 7th in La Liga last season, just behind Real Betis, the team that Leeds played last weekend. And they, on the final day, fell behind in terms of the rankings in La Liga. It was a final day result that put Betis in 6th, Villarreal in 7th. However, winning the Europa League means they will play in the Champions League again this season. Villarreal are a team that's emerged from the pack, from low division obscurity largely in Spain in the last 20 years or so. And they've made themselves a force to be reckoned with in Spanish football, and enjoyed repeated European qualification, all culminating in that Europa League win last season.
Yes, and they have one of the best nicknames in football as well, the Yellow Submarine. That's a good name, isn't it?
I wonder why they call them that.
I wonder.
There's Unai Emery, previously in charge at Arsenal, of course, but also notably Paris Saint-Germain. Had a tough time of it at Arsenal. Maybe struggled to win over some of the fan base there. So he would, I think, feel that the victory in the Europa League final against Premier League opposition was probably the perfect response on that basis.
Yes, and they played well, didn't they, in that final? They weren't that adventurous, but they certainly kept it nice and tight. And this team isn't anything like the first 11 that played there, so no doubt they'll change for the game against Chelsea. But I think our side, certainly, as you said before, maybe Phillips, and that's about it.
Break. Again, fairly belated fall to the ground there, but I think Stuart Dallas knew he'd just left his foot in a little on Pino. And so the young right side midfielder, Spanish under-21 international, wins his team the free kick.
And Jeremy just, of course, playing in behind. It was a good first touch. Just a little touch from Stuart Dallas as well, but now switch on, keep alive, because we've already seen from the set pieces, from the kickoff, Villarreal have plenty of ideas.
Mele is in charge. He's organised that two-man wall, Harrison and Cleave. Alfred with a straightforward nod away from the edge of the penalty area. Not sure how much work had gone into that particular set piece. Stuart Dallas popping up in the right back position.
Fair to say a lot more is needed.
Better at kickoffs. Rafinha, lovely ball over the top, looking for the run of Bamford, who just bounces away from the lead striker. puts a thumb up in response, because that was very close to being the perfect through ball.
Tremendous, isn't it? As soon as Rafinha gets on that left foot, now you can see the understanding that Bamford just sets off, and really was a good ball.
Rafinha with the strong defensive header, accurately directed back into the hands of Meslier. Scuffed that one a little, or maybe it was exactly what he was intending.
Scuffed that one a little. I'd like to see you pass. I thought that was brilliant. He wrapped it into Rodrigo. It was a good ball.
There's a man that Leeds will hope will be in action some point through the course of this evening. Calvin Phillips had that long, extended spell, of course, with England all the way through to the final. So he's had a whole 11 days off. So he should be fit and well and rested and raring to go again, hopefully next weekend. Although, just had the suspicion that's probably going to be a week too soon for him, maybe.
I think that's the difficulty, isn't it? Understanding when these players can come back in. But of course, Calvin is just so important to us that I'm sure Marcelo Bielsa has got it all covered, but we'd like to see him back as soon as we can.
He has to get back in quickly. Lost his man there. Leeds that is something of a stretch as a result, but Dallas has done well against Jeremy. Liam Cooper had to stretch to make sure he didn't concede possession in a really dangerous area against Alberto Moreno there. He did that well. Ayling has the ball. Dallas, and then Harrison. Ball from Jack Harrison to Stuart Dallas, almost into the path of Rodrigo. Defender will let that one run.
That was more promising. We haven't seen too many of those sort of movements and that fluidity in our play in the last few games, but there it's slowly coming. Dallas and Harrison, good understanding.
It's all about the timing in terms of pre-season preparation. Strong header from Liam Cooper. Jeremy picks up the ball on this near side touchline. Trigueros. And the other Moreno. Villarreal just building a period of possession here. Largely in their own half. Now they get the chance to break out. They have willing runners. Jeremy's one of them. On the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Again, well watched by Stuart Dallas. Tracked him, stayed with him, and blocked his route to goal. Rodrigo does well. There's a bit of space for Leeds and Cleef to play in now. Harrison waits. It was an overstruck ball from Mateus Cleef there. Jack Harrison couldn't get anywhere near that one.
To be fair, Cleef did put his hand up and apologise because that was such an easy ball as well. Just needed to go into his path, but hit way too hard.
So the Villarreal goalkeeper, one international cap to his name. Wasn't the goalkeeper for the Europa League run last season. They switched that position. Only played one game in the run to the final. Because both goalkeepers took penalties, didn't they, in the shootout?
Yes,
De Gea missed his. And as a consequence, Manchester United didn't win. Harrison with the ball into the penalty area for Bamford's header. Well, couldn't quite direct it on target. It was a terrific ball in from Jack Harrison.
Excellent delivery, really is. And Jack now, that's the side of his game. I think he's improving. He hits it nice and early. The space between the keeper and the defenders is large. Bamford makes that run as well, knowing it's coming in early. Good touch, not quite enough, but good effort.
20 minutes plus have flown by here. chances are plenty. It needs to create another one here. Bamford just outside the box, has a go. Well, they did create another opportunity just over.
Brilliant. I think that clipped the top of the bar, did it? But what a good effort. And once again, little touch. Bamford, one thing in his mind, sees where the goalie is. And that is just off the top of the crossbar.
Patrick Bamford, who scored in the game against Real Betis, and then has gone close on a couple of occasions in this game. Oh, that's lovely play by Moreno.
Great feat, isn't it? Moreno, already we've seen some really good touches by Moreno, but that one there was superb. Strauch left stranded.
Spanish international. Very important player for Villarreal. 30 goals and 10 assists for them last season. It's half their total in La Liga.
Couldn't quite solve Spain's problems up top, could he, during the Euro 2020, but you can see the quality he's got.
Defending for Leeds United to do again here. Rafinha, stride for stride, and it's off Rafinha for a Villarreal corner.
Excellent tracking back, that's what he has to do. And of course, Villarreal, when they do bomb forward down that left-hand side, got to go with his man there, just gets there in time.
So Villarreal have the chance to drop the ball into the Leeds penalty area. Swinger, Melier, lovely catch. Quickly rolled out into the path of Bamford. Now this is classic Leeds United counter-attack from the corner kick as they play the ball out to the edge of the penalty area, and it's in quickly, and it's just nipped away from Jack Harrison arriving at the far post. Still there for Leeds. Deep cross and cool defending just to chest the ball, Pena, into the hands of the keeper.
Yes, the fullback, rather calm and collected there, wasn't he? But once again, from the counter-attack, we get up the pitch really quickly. Rodrigo just fires the ball in. Harrison was just hanging out to the right-hand side. If we just made that run across the defender, could have been another good opportunity.
It's been another richly entertaining pre-season.
It has. I'm not sure that's good, though, Britton. That's the problem. I'm not sure. I'm enjoying the game, but...
You're not meant to with these,
oh, okay,
are you?
exactly. You're not supposed to.
Too much happening. Trigueros. Struggle. Just can't keep the ball for Leeds. Rodrigo goes in to try and win it back, and now the referee looked long and hard at that original challenge, decided that the free kick is to be given in favour of Villarreal.
Yes, he was just waiting for the advantage. I thought certainly the nick from Rodrigo was fine. It was the challenge before that. So, yeah, it has been richly entertaining, this game, and open. And I suppose from Marcelo Bielsa's point of view, it's been a really good response, and the game's played at a great tempo.
Defending for Leeds, a bit of a theatrical tumble from Foyt on the edge of the penalty area, having made a strong burst through down the channel there. Foyt fell to the ground. The referee was not ready to give anything for that. Former Spurs man, Argentinian. Stuart Dallas to Jack Harrison. Harrison caught late, but manages to direct the ball to Liam Cooper. Oh, not a great ball to Luke Ayling, but Ayling's done well to go and retrieve the situation on his behalf. Gets a chance to get things going again. Harrison. Dallas picks up, overruns it slightly. Trigueros out to Moreno. Right place, right time. And now Buckley tackles both sides, losing possession quickly. Tackles flying in. Trigueros in possession. Playmaker. Now to Jeremy. Stuart Dallas does well, just stands him up, forces him away from the penalty area. Excellent defending. Stays with his man. And up from the back is Cuenca. Bamford's come back with him. Everybody diligent, doing their duty here. Forwards and backwards.
Yes, they're working hard, trying to win the ball back. Bamford on a couple of occasions has gone with his centre half, tracked him all the way back, and he got a good toe poke in there.
Well, he hasn't had a goal for quite a while in this game, so one's probably on its way fairly shortly. Bamford again. Oh, very strong, very clean challenge, despite the protestations. Now Rodrigo, can he keep the ball in play? Well, no is the fairly swift answer there. Bounces too quickly away from him.
Unlucky again. Rafinha's just frustrated, but Rodrigo, I'm sure he'd like to get on the ball a little more, but it's a good run. The ball in the right direction, just a little bit overhit.
I'm really struggling to hear you. Sorry.
Harrison's little block. Won in the game last weekend in the closing stages.
It was a silly challenge, wasn't it, from Fekir? That was really dangerous.
Jeremy's space to play in if he can keep the ball in, which he does. Cooper's had to come out to pick him up. Stuart Dallas adopts Cooper's position. Cooper big and strong, and Jeremy falls to the floor, and Leeds have the goal kick.
Good defending once again. Trying to buy a free kick, but that was poor play from Jeremy.
A team that likes to develop talent are Villarreal. Lovely play again from Moreno and into the other Moreno. Alberto on the run into the penalty area there.
Excellent play, wasn't it? Good turn. Just gets half a yard, but then you're right, Alberto Moreno down that left-hand side, he's causing us one or two problems.
And the ball breaks for Pedraza. He brings it infield. Jeremy back to goal, back to Pedraza. Given away to Rodrigo, now strike. It's another pre-season friendly where I'm left, even in these early stages, wondering what the two coaches are thinking of it all at the moment.
I'm not sure they're 100% happy, either of them, because, you know, you'd like to be, of course, at this stage getting nice and tight and, you know, not giving too much away, but this is just such an open game, and I think we've been good and found our spaces out wide at times, and so have they. So, you know, trying to control this game is not an easy one, so neither side really are dominant, and it's an open game.
Liam Cooper. Controlled pass to Stuart Dallas. Matthias Keith, the scorer of the Leeds United goal. Excellent finish it was as well.
See, I look at this sort of position on the pitch, and we've got no one in that midfield area. Now Dallas is kind of coming back, but I think if we lose it in these sorts of areas, it's in that midfield where you're just a little concerned, because you know, with the, of course, Manchester United coming up as well. Remember the game there at Old Trafford, exactly what we did, vacated that midfield, gave the ball away, and suddenly we're in trouble. And that man there, I think, you know, is the solution.
Just having a little chat with members of the coaching staff, probably already wondering, Leeds United, how much game time they can get out of Calvin Phillips this evening.
just have to be careful. That's the other thing as well, because he's played so much football. And of course, in the Euros as well, he was superb. But you've got to make sure that he is fit and ready for the whole season as well.
Rafinha, great footwork. Can't quite make it past the second challenge, but Leeds still end up with a throw-in. Pedraza. Quite difficult to work out where Pedraza plays because he's been in so many different areas.
He was in midfield, then he was supporting the strikers out the left, and there he's at left back, so he's all over the place.
In a good way.
In a good way, yeah.
Good ball from Koch to Rafinha, who's got a bit of space, plays a ball into, a late challenge on Patrick Bamford there. And the referee was looking straight at that one, and he is completely immobile in terms of arm movement and a point towards the penalty spot.
Well, Cuenca, I think he's a lucky boy. Good ball, Bamford gets across him, and that's a challenge, and you have to get something at the ball, surely. Nothing at all, nowhere near. Gets plenty of the man, that is a penalty.
I think even the player, he raised his hand to acknowledge the challenge, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which was an admission of guilt, I think, there. So Leeds get nothing.
But what I do like certainly about Bamford's movement, anytime the ball has gone wide, he's made those runs, whether it's near or far, nice and lively, and of course chasing back really well.
Pulled out of a challenge there, Patrick Bamford, when the opportunity was potentially there for a little bit of retribution. So you might say the first big call of the evening wasn't made there.
Where's VAR when you need it?
Well, listen, we've got enough of that to come in the weeks
Oh
ahead.
dear.
We were speculating that soft penalties apparently not being given this season in the last game. I don't think that one came under the heading of soft penalty.
No, not at all.
That came under the heading of clear penalty. Dallas to Cleef. Wide it goes to Koch. And then just a channel ball beyond Rodrigo. Two defenders in his way anyway.
Moreno looks after the ball so well. He really does. Anytime the ball comes up to him, it sticks. He takes a touch or two and gets other players into the game. Here he is again.
For a guy who scores so many goals, he plays so deep.
He does, doesn't he? He links up play, and normally you think, that player in the box scoring that many goals, but he does a bit of everything.
Alberto Moreno. Oh, lovely, almost lovely footwork there from Pedraza. Back on the left.
Nice, allowed the ball
run across his body.
Yeah, exactly. Runs across him, and then just needed a touch, and he was away, but couldn't get that touch.
Already, I think we'd say, as we've said in pretty much every game so far, Blackburn was the very start of the process as far as the first team squad was concerned, but every game has offered a proper challenge for Leeds United in this pre-season.
Yes, it most certainly has, and I think we've just looked at a little bit sharper again in this game, and that's what I suppose it's all about. That's what you'd like to see, it all coming together.
Ajax looked a very good side in the midweek win that they had in the Johan Cruyff Arena. Dallas back to Cleef. Good close control again. Tony used the phrase looking after the ball. He looked after the ball well there. And there's a foul by Bamford on Alberto Moreno.
Just like Real Betis as well, Villarreal keep the ball extremely well. Technically they are very gifted. They move it well, but certainly Moreno at the moment is the pick of the players.
Just a little further up the coast from Valencia. Villarreal. Bamford gets the ball in a decent position from Moreno. Missed touch from him. Harrison to Cleef just outside. Plays a chipped ball looking for Rafinha. Defender does well to control and clear. Rafinha linking up with Ayling. Ayling's made a good run down the far touchline. Comes in for Harrison. Couldn't quite keep it away from the posse of yellow-shirted players around him. Rodrigo can't win the ball back. Leeds have to start to think about defending the counter-attack. Well, they did, but now it's all the way back on the just outside the Villarreal penalty area. Wide to Moreno. Dallas blocks. Trigueros gets the ball back from him. Chance to shoot perhaps. Ayling this time with the intervention. Leeds do well to defend that.
Yes, Coops does really well there. Just get it out to Stuart Dallas.
Bamford rolls the ball off into the path of Ayling. Now Rafinha hugging the touchline. Harrison, and back from Harrison. Doesn't quite get the ball into Rodrigo as he intended, but he does win Leeds a corner.
Now, set piece. Let's see if we can send the big centre halves up and attack the ball with Cooper, Strauch and Koch.
Marcelo Bielsa pacing up and down the technical area here at the York Community Stadium. So now if there's been set piece work, it'll be a chance for the players to highlight that as the corner kick is to be taken from this near side. First corner Leeds have had from this side. And Stuart Dallas, we speculated as to whether Leeds would be able to highlight the fact that they've been working on this sort of stuff on the training ground, and Marcelo Bielsa will feel, and that certainly seemed to indicate that. Great header from the central defender. And Patrick Bamford, really good reactions. And just following in and knocking it home.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that last season, in the first probably half of it, you know, we weren't at our strongest at set pieces, defending nor attacking. But as the season progressed, I think we got, you know, very, very good at both ends of the pitch.
So Leeds behind inside 30 seconds. Are now in front, heading towards the half-time break. Good work from Rafinha. Villarreal starting 11, I think it's probably fair to say, is not the strongest 11 that they have. They have very experienced players on the bench, or maybe not involved in the game this evening. So we may well see actually the Villarreal side getting stronger as the evening goes on.
Yes, and if you, as you say, Pau Torres is away with Spain in the Olympics, as Capua isn't even on the bench either. So yeah, they have plenty of other players that would make this side stronger. However, at the moment, the team out there are certainly causing us one or two problems, but now I think we're slowly just getting a foothold in the game and getting on top, more importantly.
Poor ball out from the goalkeeper. Rafinha tried to play it into Pat Bamford. And Jeremy suddenly able to stretch his legs forward. One man wide. Harrison sticks to his task. And in doing so, just takes the sting out the attack there. It's Voigt to Trigueros. That's going to go out of play.
The understanding there between the two strikers, not quite there. Fernandinho checked out. Moreno wanted him to run in behind when he made that move.
Back to help Stuart Dallas. Gets the ball off Cleef. Just a little drag back on the the shoulder there of Rodrigo. Leeds in a hurry to take their free kick, so the ball is immediately back in play with Rafinha. That's a lovely ball. Oh, Bamford's given offside there, and
Close.
I'd say that was tight.
That was close, because I thought he just checked at the right time as well, but once again, good understanding, good play, and he knows that Rafinha, once he checks on that left-hand side, that's when you make that run. Really is good play. I'm sure that will prove fruitful throughout this season, that sort of movement and passing.
So, ref's assistant with the early flag there. Just held Patrick Bamford up with that run through on goal. Strong challenge from Cork, which Nuno rides. Ayling tries to get forward, and Ayling is fouled by Alberto Moreno. To go before the break here. Not anticipating much to be added on. The game has been played at a really good pace throughout so far, without stoppage. Plus it's a pre-season friendly. And it's just beginning to build a little bit of control in this game, knocking the ball around nicely in the latter stages of this first half, having had the setback of that very, very early goal against. Recovered extremely well since. Bamford read that well, stepped in, and Leeds as a consequence get the ball back in a good position. Field to Rafinha. Rafinha plays it into Rodrigo. First time ball. And a great piece of control, and Rodrigo forces the save. That was some great football from Leeds United. Still there, Rafinha just offside. Flag is raised. Another chance.
What about that touch from Rodrigo? My goodness, the ball was fired in by Rafinha. And of course, that channel run is so important. And this touch here is incredible. It's right in between his legs. He still managed to get it out of his feet and hit it on target. Good effort.
That's that combination that we're anticipating we may hope to see more of this season.
Yeah, and I think certainly at times last season we saw that, and that's when we got excited, didn't we? Rodrigo came in and then started doing well, then was out injured, come back in, and again you thought he finished the season strongly. Hopefully we can see a lot more of that.
Final whistle, half-time whistle will be going bang on time as we speculated. So we're in the final couple of seconds of the first period. And there it goes. The referee's whistle sounds the end of a very entertaining first 45 minutes. Didn't start well for Leeds. Robin Koch with the own goal inside 30 seconds, but Cleich produced an excellent equaliser shortly thereafter, and Patrick Bamford quickest to the ball in the penalty area after hit the crossbar to put Leeds in front. And I think as the Leeds players head towards the dressing room, they have a better sense about the way that things have gone in that first 45 minutes than yet we've seen in pre-season. So Leeds United are going to make a couple of changes at the start of this second half. Tyler Roberts is going to come on, and as you can see in the centre of your shot there, Calvin Phillips is also going to come on. There's the number exchange involving Roberts, and they're the same involving Calvin Phillips. So good to see Calvin Phillips on for his first involvement in the first team squad's pre-season preparations. Tyler Roberts gets a 45-minute run out for Leeds United. Villarreal have made a change as well. And they brought on Albiol, hugely experienced defender, 35 years old, 56 caps for Spain. And he's replaced Foyt. So Leeds will get the second half underway. The final 45 minutes before we all decamp to Old Trafford for the start. Of the Premier League season next Saturday lunchtime. Keeper's ball goes out before it comes back in, and that's a Villarreal throw-in.
Yes, our changes very much like for like. Calvin Phillips will drop into that back three, but we know he then will pop forward into that midfield holding role at the right time. And Tyler Roberts
spinning away from Tyler Roberts there. And Pedraza, as people have been inquiring by social media, that is the former Leeds United player. Had a loan spell at the club, which would have been a permanent signing if Leeds had got promoted that particular season. It didn't happen ultimately. Leeds finished just outside the playoff places. So he went back to Spain. Scored one goal in that time against Birmingham.
Good play again from Bamper, wasn't it? Just nice chest down. Really does lead our line well.
Luke Ayling, all sorts of movement, but opts ultimately to go back to Calvin Phillips, who sweeps the ball forward. Roberts chases. Pedraza can't keep that one in.
Not quite settled down this second half just yet. A little bit scrappy opening to it.
We had a goal in the first,
Exactly.
in the stage of the first half. Long since had a goal. But Leeds recovered from going behind inside 10 seconds. And by half-time, were good value for the lead that they've established. Strauch sweeps the ball out to Rafinha. Harrison waits, makes himself available. And just strayed offside there. I think the ball was so long in the air from Rafinha, but as it was dropping to him, Jack Harrison was caught offside.
Just goes a little bit too early, but it's a wonderful ball from Strauch initially out to Rafinha, and once he gets it, cuts inside, the whole pitch then opens up for him. A little bit too long with the ball.
Oh, no.
A little bit too long with the ball.
Oh, no.
A little bit too long with the ball.
Oh, no.
A little bit too long with the ball.
Oh, no.
A bit too long with the ball.
matching that and beating it is not going to be easy.
Calvin just getting caught out. Movement from Fernandinho is good.
Quickly taken. Good block by Strout from Moreno's shot. Pedrazza will take the throw-in that results soon. From Moreno, back it goes to Pedrazza. Meslier read it all the way. And can deliver a rolled ball into the path of Stuart Dallas. Harrison can't quite play Bamford in.
But once again, good move, nice and quick, trying to get it forward. Villarreal working hard to win it back, and Albiol with the challenge on Bamford.
Different start. We're in different fields of the game actually at the start of the second half.
Yeah, it's changed, hasn't it? We've made a couple of changes, but Villarreal certainly just making sure that we don't get into our stride just yet. So stop start.
Jeremy, well kept away from it by Pascal Struijk.
Good defending, no chance of getting past Pascal Struijk there. I'm looking forward to seeing him play this season well, Struijk. I think he's come on an absolute bundle last season. Really is an impressive young man, and hopefully he takes his career another step forward, because he was very good last season.
Running his ball straight onto a Villarreal head, and as a consequence it's swiftly back to the Leeds penalty area. Jeremy in possession to Moreno, chance to shoot. Hailing blocks. Pedrazza has it. Really nicely worked out. I'm sure the ball was intended. The linesman's flagged really early there. I'm not convinced the ball actually went out.
I think the ball, you're right, it wasn't for Roberts, was it? It was for Rafinha, but Rafinha was just a yard or two behind the play.
Tyler Roberts is, to coin a phrase, putting himself about a bit here.
Well, I think he senses an opportunity as well. That's what these pre-season games are about. When you get a chance, could you turn in a 45-minute performance that gets you in that starting 11? That's what it's all about. That's what Tyler's trying to do.
Yeah, he's playing for his place, and he's chasing Trigueros back towards his own byline. Trigueros, though, was strong enough to keep him away. Bamford's just reeled away, having caught one in their face there, I think, from Cuenca. Side touchline, he's
a couple of times,
yeah,
on Bamford now, a couple of times. Once inside the box, should have been a penalty, and there's another one.
Lead striker's okay. Dallas to Roberts. Emerges with the ball. He looks up. There was a ball out wide to Rafinha, but he went down to the left side instead. Senko to the bearded figure of Albiol. Sees the run of Rafinha. Rafinha's onside. Bamford might be off, but Rafinha's on, and he's the man chasing the ball, and he's the man who wins Leeds United throwing.
Yes, I think Bamford peeled away just at the right time. No doubt he was a yard the wrong side, but Rafinha was onside.
Hailing to Cleach. To Rafinha, back to Cleach on the byline. He can bring the ball back into the middle. Does hit it in towards the near post, where the keeper stretches a leg out to save. Leeds had to go on the alert defensively. Already Calvin Phillips warming to the task here, popping up in different little pockets of space, providing the out ball. Not getting it back off Cleek in the way that he wanted then. Almost in classic Calvin style, prepared just to commit the little foul to ensure that progress is halted.
That was unfortunate because Calvin then moved forward 5 yards. The ball to him from Cleek just was a poor one. And probably a good free kick to give away as well. Wasn't the last man, just stuck his foot in there and brought down Fernandinho. Actually got the ball as well. Okay, it's probably a tackle from behind these days, but certainly got the ball.
Trigueros. Another one of the experienced Villarreal players. Curls a ball up and over the head of everybody in the penalty area. Good defending by Luke Ayling at the back post. And the ball goes behind for a goal kick.
Oh, Cuenca appealing for a penalty. That's quite amusing.
Roberts going deep to get possession. Albiol in quickly on Bamford. Good close control from Marianis. Moreno, lovely ball in, blocked by Cleek. Foul on Dallas, free kick Leeds.
Nice and calm in possession at the back there, worked their way out of the spot of bother, but Dallas was certainly brought down late.
The yellow submarine nickname that we were discussing in the first half. I was joking when I said I wonder why they call that. Obviously it's because they play in yellow and there is the Beatles connection, but we've had more detail sent in during the half-time interval, so grateful for that information, as the song was first sung on the terraces at Villarreal in the aftermath of the release of Yellow Submarine. And it's stuck with the side as a song and a nickname ever since. That was in the days when Villarreal were a side in the 3rd division in Spain, perennial lower league side in their, well, way beyond their formative years, as we've mentioned previously, and they've risen to prominence in the Spanish game in the last 20 years or so. Now everybody knows about the Yellow Submarine. Ayling, really good header back in to Meslier. Villarreal have made some summer signings. They've got a new striker, Jar, who's on the bench. We may get to see him before the evening is out. Alcacer is the usual strike partner for Moreno. Moreno in that quickly. This could be the opportunity for Villarreal to make the change. I'm going to delay just a little bit longer. I think they want to make a double substitution, bring both players on at the same time. We saw mass changes from Ajax in the game on Wednesday night. And given that Villarreal have that important game, Super Cup final against Chelsea to come in the week, probably take the opportunity to rest some of the first choice players. Harrison plays a deep cross, too deep as it turns out, one bounce and into touch.
It was unfortunate. Good idea from Jack, again getting it nice and early. We've seen some early crosses in that first 45 minutes there. Didn't quite find the right ball.
Change is still imminent, but further delay. this time, I think, just a little bit of confusion over on the far side. Details been ferried to the fourth official, so there's the change with Nino going off and Ja coming on. And then Estupinan is going to come on as well, Ecuadorian international. Estupinan runs straight in to take the throw in. Estupinan is a left back. Was at Watford for a while, but didn't make any first team appearances in that time. Alberto Moreno, the man who was once at Liverpool. And then the first touch of the ball for Ja, who I think he thought he'd put that one straight into touch. His hands went straight to his head in the aftermath, didn't they?
Unfortunate.
Actually, it was better than he'd given himself credit for. Former Reims striker. Well, he had to pull out of that one.
Careful, absolutely. I thought he was just going to make that challenge. Jeremy on that far side was tricking his way inside the box.
Yeah, that was had to be right, that one. Otherwise, there was danger for Leeds there. But Pascal Struijk made the right call. Villarreal just enjoying the better of it in this second half, without either side really threatening the other's goal. But again, if it was a tough workout that Leeds really required from this fixture, that they most certainly are getting. They have a problem here, as you can see. Bamford, I think, yeah, Patrick Bamford is the man doubled over there. I think, is that an arm injury? Tyler Roberts is calling the physio on. Was it? Yeah, it looks like an elbow, is it?
Strange, yes, he's holding his arm and bent over double. That's what we don't need. Looks in a lot of pain.
So Patrick Bamford.
Well, hasn't popped out or something, has it?
It's an elbow he's holding. And these are the anxious moments as you're now so close to the start of a Premier League season.
I mean, look, it's just not at the back. Can't really see too much reason why. It just seems to get knocked, doesn't it? I think it's substitute as he's run past his arm, just knocks it slightly, and hopefully it's nothing too serious, but certainly looks in pain.
It looks still like an elbow rather than a shoulder, doesn't it?
Yes, and now he's moving it. That's good news.
That's always a good sign,
Yeah.
isn't it? A little bit of movement there. Bamford off the pitch, so the game goes on. I think the Leeds number 9 will be back in the action fairly shortly. Yeah, he's just
That's it.
shaking it out. So Patrick Bamford gets back involved.
No left hooks for the rest of the game, but apart from that, hopefully he'll be fine, because we certainly do need him.
Well, there is a potential replacement with Sam Greenwood on the bench for Leeds tonight. He's had some game time in the pre-season, and Bamford showing it. He's looking okay. Just behind Tyler Roberts, but Leeds have got extra bodies forward to back him up. Now Cleach it is onto the ball, and now Harrison to Dallas. Dallas goes to the far post, and I don't think that was quite what he intended there.
No, but it was very good play once again. Bamford, when he gets the ball, good first touch around the defender, and everything then opens up. We move it quickly to that left-hand side, but Dallas couldn't quite find the cross.
Pressure put on the man in possession, Albiol. Almost causes Villarreal a problem. Calvin Phillips loops the ball out for Rafinha. Can't quite keep it in play. 5 minutes to go. Leeds have subs warming up by the far side corner flag. Costa out there as part of the group. Alberto Moreno out to Estepina. Nice little 1-2 for the Ecuadorian. Deep cross is over everybody. Villarreal asking the questions at the moment. Great challenge, Calvin
Excellent.
Phillips.
Coming out from
really
the back.
good work.
Yeah, reads the game so well, doesn't he, Calvin?
And then, again, equally helpfully, just offers himself as the easy ball to get things going for Leeds. Oh, no, that's not a good sign at all. Because Cleek has pulled up there.
Injury. Yeah, that looks a muscle injury of the hamstring or calf, but let's hope it's not.
But he's trying to just
He's
stretch
moving,
out as the game continues.
Yeah.
But every one of these little moments is amplified as we get ever closer to the start of the season. It looks okay, I think, Matthias Cleek. I would imagine that if he didn't feel okay, he'd go straight off.
Absolutely, yeah. If he felt it was a muscle injury, he would have stopped straight away. Maybe it was just a knock or a little tweak, but let's hope he's fine.
Trigueros. Moreno. Rafinha, great defensive player. That's excellent. And that's even better.
Oh.
And then he's just done a bit too much. Gone back in. He's clutching his leg as he sits down as well. Good shout for handball. Nothing given. But Harrison picks the ball up for Leeds briefly, at least anyway. Villarreal just really at it in this second half.
They are. You know, challenges flying in there.
Come again with Moreno out wide. Cross blocked by Ayling at the cost of a corner kick.
Well, there's no doubt that Villarreal have stepped up their game this second half. They are playing well. They're having to certainly get some challenges in on us, but they're pegging us back. It's not as free-flowing as it was in that first 45 minutes. Now they have a corner kick.
Trigueros lofts it into the penalty area. Great header away by Cooper. There was counter-attack potential surrounding that one as it was cleared out the box. But Bamford's half volley was too far ahead of Tyler Roberts. Dallas out from the back.
Well, the good news, at least Bamford does look like he's not troubled anymore by that elbow problem, and Click is running freely as well. And these are the things you get so close to that first game, and just want to make sure everyone comes through unscathed.
Which is probably one of Marcelo Bielsa's major concerns as we head into the latter stages of this game. Great ball just beyond Patrick Bamford. Still might be available. Is won back by Jack Harrison. Harrison has Bamford onside in the penalty area. Chance to finish, and it's cleared off the goal line. Did everything right there, Patrick Bamford. Lofted it over the goalkeeper, and defender had got back in behind to prevent the goal.
Superb. Cuenca was the one that gave the ball away, and Albiol gets on the line to stop Bamford scoring. Good effort, really was.
So corner kick. Results. Rafinha. Delivery straight into the hands of Asenko. Oh, keeper's kick is at the back of Tyler Roberts. The referee has blown for a free kick to Villarreal there, but there was a gap between Tyler Roberts and the goalkeeper of several feet.
Not sure what Tyler could have done. Of course he's trying to stop the keeper, but there was still, as you say, he wasn't standing right on top of him, and the ball just went straight into him.
Albiol. Phillips to Paling. Still operating on this right-hand side. Rafinha's gone to the left. Over the head of Dallas, but onto the chest of Rafinha. Oh, what a ball that is to Tyler Roberts. Now Bamford just ahead of Patrick Roberts. And the ball from Rafinha is sumptuous. Moreno gives the ball away. And Rafinha. Is that a hospital dummy, do they call it?
Well, it's a new invention by Rafinha, but what about the ball earlier, though? That was just incredible. Maybe he put a bit of backspin on it as well. Tyler Roberts couldn't quite find Bamford, but another really good move.
Leeds just beginning to get on the ball again in this second half, with 20 minutes and a little less remaining. Seeing at the moment is a proper scrap here, really, proper contest.
Yes, it really is, and tactically it's interesting as well. Tyler Roberts has come on, he's picking up Trigueros, who he's on the ball. That's about the first time he has been on the ball in this second half, so we've stopped him kind of dictating play in the midfield, and Tyler working really hard, a little too hard.
Little tug on the shirt of his opponent there, and Tyler Roberts concedes the free kick to Villarreal, and Trigueros steps in front of Dia. Cleef back to Calvin Phillips. Good ball out from Phillips to Dallas. Calvin Phillips playing as the central defensive player at the moment. Rafinha reacts quickly. Lovely ball to Bamford in turn. Great ball to Cleef. And Bamford gets it back just in front of Stuart Dallas, who tried to shift his balance there, but the ball was too far ahead of him. Possession held in the centre circle. Away straight to the path of Morales, and then Moreno, and now Jeremy. Combined efforts for Rafinha and Dallas keep him away, but Villarreal come again, and so does Jeremy, but this time it's Struijk who's seen the danger. Once more, similar combination play, and again Pascal Struijk slides in to make an important intervention. Now then, Rafinha, if it was just a little bit less heavy, would have had a chance of a real run forward there. As it is, Leeds are back to defending, as they've done for most of the second half. Done it very well so far, good discipline. And then suddenly Meslier has to produce a save, as Dia had the shot from distance, and the keeper had to drop on that one.
Well, decent strike, wasn't from Jar. Just let slide from a long way out. Always difficult when it bounces in and around the keeper, but gets everything behind it.
Mailing. Phillips defends. Helder Costa ready to join the action for Leeds United. Villarreal dominating possession at the moment.
They are, without doing too much damage to us. We're keeping them at least in front of us for now.
Moreno, good play to get the ball away from Phillips and Cleek. Cleek does not look happy to me. He just seemed to wince as he went into that challenge there, and he's got his hands on his knees now, Matthias Cleek. So change for Leeds United. Sees Rafinha go off and Helder Costa come on, and there's Cleek. Wonder whether he may be another change shortly as well if Leeds are going to err on the side of caution in the last 15 minutes of this game. Costa has the chance to make an impression ahead of Old Trafford. And at the moment, Leeds' priority is keeping out Villarreal. Foul by Phillips? No, says the referee. Fancy in the Premier League that might have been given. Helder Costa on the line, far side, away from. See, when Cleek turns away from that one, then.
But Cleek, to be fair to him, still full of running though, still trying to put a good shift in that midfield area.
Helder Costa gets his first opportunity for a bit of a run. Now Harrison to Bamford, back to Harrison, and it was an ambitious ball from Jack Harrison. He had a simple ball to Cleek, and he went wide to Costa, and it went over his head and went out. Unai Emery has lined up another change for his team here. They have Alcacer coming on. Moreno going off. Good work, Dallas. Strauch in a forward position. Now Costa's got loads of space here. Helder Costa to try and deliver into the box, takes the deflection off Albiol, goes behind. Leeds United have a corner kick and a rare opportunity in this second half to put the ball into the Villarreal box.
Albiol, just experience, gets his body in the right place. However, Helder Costa did have plenty of time and space to try and pick out at least a white shirt, making the run for him in the box.
Stuart Dallas has gone over to that far corner. The cinema end, they might call it here, because that's a cinema behind the goal, behind the seats. There's a break on for Villarreal. Leeds get white-shirted players back quickly as the yellow-shirted players pour forward, and then it all comes to naught because there's a foul on Calvin Phillips. So change for Villarreal. Moreno goes off. He's been well marshalled, given that he's such a prolific goal scorer. And Alcacer will come on to replace him. That's a like-for-like swap, basically. Former Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund player. Spanish international as well. He's got an excellent goal scoring record for Spain, 12 in 19. Didn't have such a successful goal scoring season last time around, just the 6th in the league for him. Cleek here for Leeds, scorer of the equaliser to Helder Costa. Can Costa have a shot here? He certainly can, and it takes a deflection, keeper rooted, watches it go over his shoulder, go over his head, and then go over the crossbar.
Just over, good effort, but what about that play from Tyler Roberts in the middle of the park as well? Gets past one or two, excellent ball. Costa then finds himself in a little bit of space, but takes a little too long. Closed down, and the ricochet just goes Villarreal's way.
Better signs for Leeds United in the last 5 minutes in this game. More of the game being played to our right-hand side rather than to our left. And as Tony said a little earlier, for all the Villarreal possession, Melier's had a fairly quiet time of its second half so far, with 11 minutes remaining here in York. Harrison has put plenty on that. Costa with the header down, heading towards goal. Albiol in the way. He appeals for something or other.
He does, and it's an excellent corner kick as well, but no conviction on the header as well. He just allowed it to hit his head instead of running in and thumping it towards goal.
Hey, you wanted Pascal Struijk on the end of that
Absolutely. I mean, he would attack the ball. And I think you look at when it does come into the box, he's going backwards, no real power on it, going nowhere.
Here is aforementioned Pascal Struijk. To Calvin Phillips. Phillips over the top looking for the runner Harrison maybe. Can Harrison get there? Not quite is the answer.
Almost. Good ball though, wasn't it, from Calvin? Just not quite enough of that backspin on the pass.
Albiol under a bit of pressure from Costa. Just plays a straight ball out the penalty area. Good work, Liam Cooper. Quietly efficient for Leeds United. Had a hand in the second goal. Costa into the box, and it's broken almost for Cleef, who just kept running there. And the keeper got down. Will feel that they're maybe getting into their stride just in time for that UEFA Super Cup final.
Yeah, but I think that was probably their first chance. I think we've had certainly the better chances in the second half, although you're right, I think Villarreal had probably more possession and the slightly better of the open play, but I think once again it is all about taking your chances. Albiol, cleared one off the line at one end, and unfortunately we conceded the other.
Phillips looking for the ball over the top and the run availing. Well defended. It's Hasser as the ball goes out wide to the right side. And the lively teenager, Jeremy. Villarreal finding the space and finding the passes just at the moment.
Yes, nothing sharp, just have to be careful. Phillips for timely interception.
Harrison with the outstep into Patrick Bamford, forced behind for a corner kick. So Leeds with an attacking response.
Yes, it was a good run, wasn't it, from Bamford in behind Cuenca. Had to get a touch on it.
And the rain has started to fall here in York. Had spells of light rain throughout the course of the afternoon. It's a little heavier now in the last few minutes of this game. Taken short to Cleef. Delivers across. Keepers watching that one all the way. Easy catch from experienced number one. Both these sides on course to go through their pre-season without winning a game. If it stays as it is now, we'd be unduly concerned about that, of course.
Come on, we beat Guiseley, didn't we?
Okay. There is that.
You don't get points for pre-season, Brick. Fortunately.
Wise words. Bamford in the centre circle. Tyler Roberts finds hits the back of the head of Trigueros, and as a result, what could have been a good through ball ends up back in the Leeds half. Credit to both sides, because even in the last 5 minutes of this game, they're still going at it hammer and tongs.
Absolutely, still pushing. Pace and tempo is still there. Desire to go and win the game is high, so most importantly, fitness levels look good.
Harrison just about kept that one in play. Might get a return ball. Again, it's a tricky one. And this time, although he got to it, couldn't keep it in play.
Well, he just tried to play it off Cuenca and didn't quite manage to get a touch from the defender to go out for a corner kick.
Bamford sniffing around as Albiol brings the ball out. Groan of frustration from Villarreal's number 6 as the ball goes under his feet. He was already thinking about turning and bearing down on the Leeds penalty area from a position of space. Ayling slightly out of position on that occasion. Leeds have their defensive shape back here with Calvin Phillips sitting in the middle again. Cooper to his right, Strout to his left. But the best ball from Calvin Phillips. Trigueros with the ball for Villarreal. Goes right through the middle. Melier has to wait and stoop before gathering it up. Harrison over the top. Bamford just offside. Good line on that one. Possibly slightly too early there.
Well, he tries to bend his run, but it's an experienced back line now with Albiol there behind him, controlling things, keeping them, just playing a high line and allowing Bamford to run that yard offside.
Costa brings Dallas into play. Cleek. A triangular movement of passing. Costa back to Bamford. So Bamford's out here. Not necessarily that similar target in the penalty area. So Leeds work it out to this right-hand side instead. Harrison, he plays it into Roberts. Roberts forced away by Trigueros. And then Leeds lose the ball. Villarreal look to launch a quick counter-attack here in the closing stages of this game. Minute and a half to go. No added time to be played. Strong run, Calvin Phillips, right place, right time. And the referee has pulled the play back for an earlier foul and a free kick to Villarreal.
Yes, Alcácer does well just to stay on his feet and keep going, but eventually when there's no more advantage, it was brought back. Good run, strong. Costa, you can see, just grabbing his arm. That's where the foul was, but after that, ball was given away, so play was brought back.
So one would imagine, as we move into the 90th and final minute of this game, that this will be the last opportunity for either side to score the goal that wins the game. Well, not in a desperate hurry to get the ball into the Leeds penalty area, which may be indicative of the fact that they've settled for what they've done so far this evening. Phillips tidy things up defensively. And Liam Cooper, who will be delighted to have got 90 minutes under his belt in this game, and puts himself very firmly in contention for his turns on Old Trafford in 7 days' time.
It certainly does, yes, but this was an improved performance. You can see everything is slowly coming together after the start that we made. I thought we responded extremely well, and yes, of course, Villarreal have got plenty of quality. They showed that in that second half, but overall I think things are coming together. No further injuries. Cooper and of course Phillips been brought back into the fold as well, so that is a big positive. A few more days to go and let's bring it on. First game of the season, can't wait.
What a way to start, eh?
Absolutely.
So Luke Ayling and Liam Cooper and Matthias Cleek amongst the cohort of players who hope that they'll get the call to be walking out of the tunnel at Old Trafford for the game against Manchester United next Saturday. But for now, everybody heading down the tunnel, reflecting on what's been an entertaining and heart-fought final pre-season game here at York's Community Stadium. The final scoreline, it's finished. Leeds United 2, Villarreal 2.